I just wanted to jump on here and have a bit of a heart-to-heart, just because I feel like I'm having some struggles getting along with people, and maybe some people are feeling the same way I am. So yesterday I had a photo shoot for my food, and as a way to update my website, get some fresh photos on the social media accounts, that whole thing. And I had spoke with the young lady the day before and was like, take a look at my website, take a look at my social media so you can get an idea of what I'm going for, what I expect for them to look like, the whole 9 yards. We're on the phone. She says she goes onto my website, she looks at my photos, she feels like she can capture those things. So yesterday comes, and this was the day before, so this was Tuesday we spoke, and then Wednesday she came and did a physical shoot. So, we're into it, and I'm like, well, I have all these products that I need to add to the website, so if you can do product shots to start while I finish, getting my stuff together, with the food part. So we, about an hour into a 3-hour shoot, with the products. I had maybe about 12 to 15 products that I needed shots for or whatever. So I know that took a good amount of time. So, we halfway through, we're done the product part or whatever, and I'm like, okay, we ready to get onto the food? She's like, yeah, let's go. So I start plating and everything, and then, I'm just redoing it. I have sea bass, I got prawns, I got scallops, I have trout, I got filet, I got strip, steak, I have octopus, I got some squid in there, I got lobster tails, I got the whole 9 yards. I'm like, I need these photos to be, like it, you know what I'm saying? I need some, my friend told me not to say this, so I need some money shots. I need the point where people look at it and they like, yo, I want to give homegirl my money, or I want to see what she got going on, or I want to visit her site, like whatever it is, or whatever. So, something just said, go take a look. I look at her shots, they're all dark. So I'm like, yo, like I have lights. Like I do YouTube, I got lights. If you need the lights, I got umbrellas. Like let me know what I need to provide you with, so I can, so we can get what we're trying to get or whatever. As we're standing there, let's take another look at my website. Let's talk about these photos, because evidently you and I aren't seeing eye to eye about the expectation. So we kind of keep talking. I'm looking through her shots. I'm like, oh, these is dark. I plated the food, and I didn't even know what's in some of these pictures because they're just so dark. And then all the shots are from up above looking down. So there's no perspective of the client. There's no, this is what it's like when I'm sitting. You know what I mean? You can't really see the layers that I built with the food, from like the way I, staggered the, scallops with the charred, eggplant, like the whole 9 yards, right? So her and I keep going back and forth. I'm like, yo, I'm not liking this. I don't like this. I'm uneasy, And when I say I'm uneasy about something, that generally means that's my way of saying I don't like it. And what the fuck we got to do to fix it? You know what I mean? So we go on. Her and I keep talking, and I keep asking her questions. I keep asking if she needs more lighting. I keep asking her all these things. She felt like the photos were good, but the lightening of the photos all has to happen in post-production. So I'm like, nah. They should be a decent photo like right now, like a postable, that's a word, photo right now. It should be postable right now. But in editing, it should be able to give you that wow factor, that amazing kind of look, shine, emphasis, whatever, word you want to use. Man, 3 hours into the shot, I'm like, yo, it still ain't it, but this is where we are. She's like, I don't know what to do to make you happy. I mean, I've never taken any food shots before. I've only did product shots. And I said, well, why you didn't tell me this yesterday when we had the phone call on the phone? You know what I mean? Like, why you didn't tell me? She was out because I just, feel like I'm a photographer and I can do this. I said, gracious. I said, just because I'm a chef don't mean I go outside of my comfort zone without preparing myself. So if I had to go into a kitchen that made a cuisine or work with ingredients that I had never worked with before, I got to do my due diligence. Like, I got to go back. I got to let's pour something random. Someone says we have beef tongue. We have cow tongue in our kitchen. This is what we do. Never worked with cow tongue before. So if I'm going to go in this kitchen and work with these people that are already familiar with it, I need to familiarize myself with it, with how to cook it, how to, clean it, whatever it takes. She came unprepared. And I guess, because we're in such a place where, or I am in such a place where I'm so used to being over-prepared because I'm a woman of color walking into these kitchens, cooking fine dining, you know what I mean, having to coexist in these situations a good percentage at a time, right? That I always try my best to be over-prepared, you know what I mean? And if you guys can't tell from what I'm trying to say, she wasn't, she was Caucasian. So she didn't need to be over-prepared. She just needed to be the bare minimum. And I was just so disappointed. But I know it. Like, I know it because I've been in these places before with people that provide me with service. You know what I mean? But I just get so saddened that they got so used to getting by on the bare minimum that they don't ever feel like they need to exceed expectations. And I'm not looking at this as a generalized thing. And this is just a specific thing in my specific situation that impacted quite with my business, me. I'm only talking about me. I'm not talking about all in general. I'm just talking about my experience yesterday. From her tone of voice and from her unwilling to do her due diligence and prepare herself for this shoot, it just kind of put me in that mind frame that she felt like I can do the bare minimum in this. And I guess she could. And she walked away with the check, not necessarily from me because she was hired for me through a third-party company. So she was, you know what I mean? She's a subcontracted employee. So in her mind, she don't have to exceed my expectations. Like, she can do this, take these raggedy-ass photos. I'm sorry for the language. Take these raggedy photos, and she did her part. She did what she came and got paid to do. She took some photos. The quality of photos are unimportant, but she took some photos. And I just wanted to kind of jump on here and just talk about my experience and kind of, let you guys see what I experience some days. Because sometimes I wholeheartedly feel as if I'm crazy. Because I be looking at people sometimes and I be experiencing things, and then I talk to other people and I'm like, nah, I didn't experience that, but I experienced this. You know what I mean? And I just be like, if I was a subcontracted employee, I would do my best each and every time I go out to work, because that can turn into a personal client for you. Like, I could have turned into a personal client for her. She's in the area where I am in Kentucky. Yeah, now I'm already familiar with her work. So I could have turned into a paying customer for her. But she didn't even really think about that. Because the part to the story that I didn't tell you as I kind of go into this part of the tangent, right, was I said, well, she said, well, my 3 hours are up. You can hire me. And I charge $3.25 an hour. I said, $3.25? You came with no lights and no flash. How do you charge somebody $3.25 an hour as a photographer when you come with no lights and no flash? Sis had no flash. No nothing. The lights that we use were lights that I already had. And then she said, well, if that's not going to work for you, then I'll charge by the minute. Charge by the minute? I never met a photographer that charges by the minute. I have never. I've had people that block out $3.25 for a 2-hour shift and you get 4 photos. I've seen those kind of things, but I've never seen a photographer charge by the minute. And I just wanted to kind of, let you guys know what was going on. If you have any comments, leave them below. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm here for it all. The food, the cooking, the experiences, the small business stories, the struggles. I'm here for it all. Just let me know what you got going on.